Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Andrew. I'm with Murph, and we are starting off this Mic'd Up Savages episode talking about the Yankees and Blue Jays. 3-game set in the 6. Yankees have, who do they got on the bump to start besides none other than Jordan Montgomery? And what does he go out there, Murph? He throws 5 innings, 2 earned. Another stellar start from Montgomery, who's starting to make a name out there for himself. But what do you think about his start?
Dude, I think he's off to a really good start to this season. And then this start was really good as well. You know, he gives up 6 hits, only 2 runs, like you said. But you take that against this offense. This is a very good Blue Jays offense, high octane offense. They are the favorites in the East, depending on who you ask. And yeah, Montgomery does his thing and he holds it down. Gives us 5 solid innings, keep us in the game. He's pitching to a 2.88 on the year. You couldn't ask for a better start for Monty. Like, this is something that, I feel like he hasn't had this type of start in a very long time. Like, I think if you look back and like seasons past, he's always starting off with like a 6. Like, he gets rocked his first outing and then it's like trying to bring it back down. But yeah, it's good to see him, like I said, try to be a pillar in this rotation, because that's what the Yankees need. They need a solid 3 guy, and that's what he's doing. He's being our solid 3, just holding it down for us. Like, and he's not missing a beat, because normally, you turn over the rotation. Once you get past that 3rd guy, it's kind of sketchy for most teams. But I think we're blessed, and right now we got to keep riding the highs and keep enjoying the starts from our starters.
I'll take it. I'm starting to like watching him pitch, despite Yankee offense not, being electrifying for him. I just think it may be for the Yankees, the offense, it may be the pace of play. Monty takes his time, which is the way that you're supposed to do it on the mound. He's not as fiery as like a Severino. When you're out there with Cole, you're gonna get electric. You're gonna get amped up no matter like win or lose. He's gonna be amped. You have Nestor Cortez, everyone's behind, and then Jamison Tylen's kind of like a silent killer,
Yeah.
And then you look at Monty, and he doesn't have the high punchy stuff. He averages like 4 to 5 a game. But he's going out there and he's giving up 2 runs over 5 innings. I'll take that every single time out.
Absolutely. Like, you couldn't have said it any better. Like,
if they
for
score
sure
with him on the bump, they're winning the game. They're winning.
Yeah.
And the bullpen has been phenomenal. This series alone, phenomenal across the board. I think they didn't allow a run the past 17 innings of relief. I think something like that. Dating back to last series.
Yeah. Is that including this complete series?
Yeah. This series,
that
and
sounds
I think
right, because I know they didn't give up anything this series, and I don't even think they gave up anything last series either. So I think you're right.
If anything, the boys have been on first game.
And this is a huge bounce back from Loaiza. Loaiza has been struggling beginning, ERAs and everything, but he is pitching on a 5.4. Like, ERA for a reliever is like nothing, but you still don't want to see that from one of your young guys who your future closer, more than likely. But yeah, he comes in, he has a bounce back outing. Castro comes out, he does his thing. He gives us 2 outs, and then Holmes comes in. Holmes comes in. He's a demon, man. I think every time player Holmes comes in, I smile and I go, all right, this inning's locked up tight. There's no shot.
You see that one sinker that goes across the zone. You're like, yup.
Yeah. He got Vlad nasty. I think it was game 3. Game 2 or game 3. I can't remember, but he got Vlad real nasty on a sinker, and he did the sword swing, and you're like, oh my God, dude. And then Chad Green coming in with the save, 2 outs. This is a huge save from him. This is a huge confidence booster. This is going to right the ship for him, and he's going to hit the ground running from here on out.
He needed that. Again, we have weapons that can go out there and go get saves when Chapman is feeling fatigued, or whenever it's not his time to face, a lefty killer in a lineup, throw out Chad Green, throw out Clay Holmes. Miguel Castro has done it before for the O's. We have Loaiza. We have so many damn weapons. I'm so proud of this Yankee bullpen. Can we talk about Gleyber Torres?
2
for 4, 3 RBIs, a nookie dookie, and he drives in the winning run in top of the 9th? What was it?
Yeah, it's top 9th. He drives in the run.
Love to see it.
Dude, if he's playing the way we all know he's capable of playing to like his rookie year, this is going to be a very scary team because of just the depth, right? And if he could play his way back into this starting lineup, you're going to see a guy like Donaldson take a back seat because he's been struggling throughout the year. He's had a couple of big hits in this series, but for the most part, he hasn't been the usual Donaldson self you've seen a couple of years in the past. But yeah, I think Glaber needs to keep it up, keep his foot on the pedal, keep pushing it. Having games like this is definitely going to get you back in the mix. And it's going to force the issue. And it's a good problem to have at this point. You know, we're getting that depth back. And that's something we didn't really have last year. Last year, if we kind of punted on a day, it was a nightmare. And I think this year we can kind of get away with punting on a day. But yeah, the boys performed really well. How about Stan making a huge catch on the wall? Scary, a little bit, a little scary, a little scary.
Whenever he jumps, I'm like, nah, don't fall down on your team.
I'm like, no,
your ankles.
Yeah, that was kind of sketchy, but hey, he made a huge catch for the boys. That thing was at the top of the wall, and he kind of leaps up, snags it, brings it in, land gracefully, Big G. We don't need you. Listen, we will take those balls off the wall. We do not need you to catch those, but when you do, we take those and hey, he can play the outfield, man. He can play the outfield. He enjoys it. He plays better when he's in the outfield.
Judge DH, right?
Yeah. No, he played center. Donaldson, DH.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a big win from the boys.
Set the tone in the 6, man.
Yeah, went into Toronto and we won the game 1, and that's just huge. You know, starters giving us huge outings. Boys, you know, not hitting the greatest, but also hitting when it matters. So, hey, we take it.
Yankees win 3-2. On to game 2. We have the big man, Alek Manoah, gave us troubles last time, gives us troubles again. Jameson Taillon, though, kind of matches him, not in the K percentage, but 6 innings, 1 earned, 4 Ks, stellar outing from JMO. Again, another great bullpen game from the Yankees. Manoah is a beast, though. Manoah is a freaking animal.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This dude just has our number. Judgy clipped him real good, and I kind of called it too because you could see he was trying to locate that fastball high and then he goes back to the slider. He misses 3 in a row outside, and then when the catcher puts down the 1 up and in, I'm like, he's gonna miss this, and he's gonna miss this bat. And sure enough, he misses it pretty much middle in. Judge gets out in front of it, takes it for a ride. Sucks that Hicks gets caught stealing right before that happens. I like the aggression, but I think in that situation, you got to know who's up at the plate.
It's what is it? A 0-0 ball? It's a 0-0 ball game at this point.
I think it's no, we're losing by 1.
We're losing.
Yeah, we're down 1. We just gave up a hit. I think it was a home run off someone. Was it a home run? I don't remember.
No, it was a Bo Bichette double.
Yeah. Guerrero scored. Scored. But yeah, I mean, you just got to know the situation. Like, I don't mind the aggression. I don't mind stealing bases by any means. I think we should be doing more of that. But when you got big Judge up at the plate and you see the pitches he's getting, he's working a full, like, you got to just let him go for it.
Yeah. I thought he was going to go sinker inside after all those fastballs. He left it there and Judge was ready for it. Yeah. Love to see it. Cool, heartfelt moment. Blue Jay fan caught the ball, gave it to a Yankee fan. Yankee fan gave him a hug. That's what baseball is all about. And then Aaron Judge has his parents, the kids, and the Blue Jay fan on field to meet him. And then he signs his jersey. Again, classy move by Judge, a guy that I want leading the Yankees for a long time, if he can continue this. Sign a contract, damn it. Yankee offense, though. Can we talk about getting the job done from 1 through 9? Hicks, 2 hits, 2 runs, RBI, 2 walk. Judge, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Rizzo, 1 hit. Stanton, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Donaldson, 1 run, 1 RBI. Marwin Gonzalez, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 RBI. Can we just and then 1 hit from Connor Falefa and then an RBI from Jose Trevino. Everyone getting the job done against a really good, Blue Jay lineup. They're the killers in the 6th. I'm most feared of them. Everyone else in the AL East, I don't know. They can catch these hands. I'm saying, I'm putting it on blast.
Yeah, I think right now I'm not scared of anybody else in the AL East. I think the Rays are faltering. I think they're catching up to them. Their lack of offensive production. And I think their starters have been okay. I haven't really kept track if I'm being honest, but I know the Toronto is probably the next team. Like they are favorites in the East, and they're probably right on our tails right now. But yeah, the boys, they might have stolen one here. They might have gotten away. Questionable calls being made.
The Marwin rundown.
We'll start with the Bichette to Junior. Throw to first. Is Stan out? I don't know. Based on everything I saw, he looked out to me. But you can't reward bad defense in that situation. Like that was pretty bad defense. It was bad bobble off of Bichette and then bad throw. And then
these are routine plays, but Bichette's a good fielder. He's had a bad start to the year. So
yeah.
You can't reward bad defense. The calls aren't going to go in your favor. You got to be consistent. Same way it goes with the strike zone for pitchers. You can't reward bad pitches.
So the Yankees get away with one. There isn't a decisive angle that gives them the surefire view of that play. Luckily, I think if there was, I think that definitely would have been overturned and the Yankees would have gotten out there. But it kind of changes. And then the Marwin rundown, like you said, definitely tagged out.
We're getting under Vlads Jr.'s skin, though, and it's not a good look for him because he was getting really angry. I've never seen him get like that. It's not.
That's understandable. He was robbed. He felt like he was robbed twice. Two kind of big plays that he made solo, and both ripped from him. And it kind of hurts him, So of course he's gonna feel a certain type of way. The Blues are robbing him of a play, and they're robbing his team. Those are 2 runs that were prevented by him.
But the Yankees make you pay, because the Yankees just could have came up next batter, could have just grounded out, giving them the out. They put the foot on the gas and they didn't give up. I saw that.
No.
Yeah, other Yankee teams I've seen, like we've watched, you and I, just give in.
Yeah.
Or put up 2 runs. They put up a freaking 7 spot? 6 spot?
6 spot. 6 spot, top of the 7th. Yeah, like you said, other teams, Yankee teams in the past, like last year, we're definitely not doing this. Like we're maybe scoring one or two at most. We're definitely not putting up 6.
And Marwin Gonzalez traded places with Hicks on that RBI double in the gap. I thought that, I was like, is that gone? I happened to sit down and watch that. Nice little piece by him. I love to see that the bench guys are getting it done.
Absolutely.
And we don't have a deep bench, but they're getting it done, and it makes me happy. I love T-Lo. Again, I'm just happy to see him out there getting playing time. Yankee bullpen, though, fire again.
Yep.
Really happy to see that.
Cannot complain. Licky comes in and he closes it out. No
Wandy,
save opportunity, obviously.
Wandy and Castro getting the ball 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good to see him. He needs that consistency to fine-tune that control. I think that's his biggest issue, is that control. But once he gets that, he's good.
I know we're looking far in the future, but you look at this Yankee team and you look at the September when the rosters expand a little bit, September should be a deadly month for a Yankee team like this. If you're going to allow them to have more weapons on their team.
Yeah.
Again, we saw it in the beginning of the year, but now we're back down to normal size rosters. This Yankee team's looking real good.
They're looking really good. There's just no complaints. Like you still see Yankee fans talking about deals, but like where are you gonna upgrade right now? Like realistically, where can you upgrade that would make sense? Like
maybe a bat,
fine, but how? That's the problem. Like I don't.
Maybe
you get a bench bat. Maybe you get a bench bat, but then again, at that point, why not bring up one of the young guns? We
have the prospects to do it. And they're I don't know if you've seen, but again, Austin Wells isn't ready because he had a few setbacks from injury. He's hitting 447. Oswaldo Cabrera's hitting bombs. Peraza is doing really good. And Volpe is just tearing the cover off the ball. He'll be in AAA by the end of this year, if not a September call-up. I don't think he'll make it this year. I think he'll be on the roster next year.
I think next year for sure. I think he gets a spring training invite again next year. And then I think if anybody, it's between Oswaldo and Peraza. I think one of those two is definitely going to break. Maybe both of them, but one of them is definitely going to break up on the roster.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Yankees win 9-1. Beautiful game. Game 3, King Cortez versus Yusei Kikuchi, the only Blue Jay besides Manoah to have our number. Kikuchi goes 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned, 7 Ks. Cortez does not have a bad start, but walks do kill you. 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, and 3 Ks. And then Michael King, 3 perfect innings. Again, 0 runs and 0 hits this game allowed by the bullpen. What are you looking at Cortez's start from this one? I don't know if you watch this one, but it wasn't
I watched
bad.
parts of it. It wasn't. Listen, like if you're pitching 4 innings, only giving up 2 runs off of like this. Again, this is a very good offensive team, like very talented. So if you're only giving up 2 runs to them and you're not necessarily pitching your most nasty stuff, I take that any day of the week. He keeps us in the fight, and that's all that matters. And luckily, we have a guy like King in the bullpen who can give us length. And he's nasty. So, yeah, I mean, when your starter just doesn't have it after the 4th, good for Boone actually pulling the trigger and getting King in there early, realizing Nestor's not necessarily got his top-level stuff. But, he has enough juice to keep him down, keep the game close, and that's all you need, right? Give the boys a chance. Unfortunately, they do not cash in.
We had opportunities.
Yeah, there was plenty of opportunities. I think the most notable one was the top of the 9th, where the boys had ducks on the pond. We had bases loaded, right? Bases loaded, top of the 9th. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt good about that inning the whole time through, except for when. So in order, Stan got on, right? He walks, or did he hit? He get a hit.
Let me see.
Stan gets a hit. I think he got a base hit, and then they pinch run LaCastro. Donaldson gets a hit. And I didn't feel good about his at-bat. It started off with Rizzo. Rizzo flies out to the track. Then Stan gets a hit, I think.
Rizzo flied, Stan hit, pinch runner T-Lo for Stanton.
Yep. T-Lo should have stole, by the way. I was kind of upset that T-Lo didn't steal. Like, dude, we're at the top of the 9th. We need plays to happen. We're down a run. Like,
because then Donaldson singled.
Go for it. Yeah, fuck it, dude. Go for it. Like, you gotta steal second. In that situation. Yeah, dude. And in that situation, Donaldson gets a base hit. And I wasn't feeling the greatest about his at-bat until he got deeper into it, if I'm being honest. Like, right now, Donaldson is in that area for me where I don't know, especially since he already K'd twice in that game.
He swings too early on, I think, in the count. He's got to get his pitch. I think he's a little bit anxious up there. He's got a little bit to prove to us Yankees fans,
Yeah.
But I think he'll slowly come into his own with the
Yankees. I have hopes. I have high hopes that he'll turn around. But like I said, this game I just wasn't feeling it. I was just really confused why LaCastro didn't steal second. I can understand not stealing third because that's sketchy. You don't want to make an out at third. Especially you already had second. T-Lo's plenty fast. He can score from second.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely should have stole second in that situation. Dawson comes out with a big hit. They pinch run Marwin, which was weird to me after Hicks's walk. I'm pretty sure after Hicks walked, then they pinch ran Marwin, which was weird. No,
Hicks Cade, Gallo walked.
Yeah, Gallo
pinch
walked.
Ran Donaldson for Marwin for Donaldson.
Yeah,
and then Izzy grounded out.
Yeah,
which again, bang bang play. Yeah. I think he was out.
Yeah, he was out. Yeah, but obviously they're gonna challenge last play of the game. You got nothing to lose. Mm-hmm. I could see how people might be upset at that, because it seems like kind of a petty thing, but like, who cares? It takes 5 seconds.
You never
it's
know.
Not that big of a deal. You never know. He's safe. That changes the whole game.
Can we talk about Vladdy celebrating like he just won the World Series? We're getting under his skin, and it's not looking good. Because you got the 3 homer game versus us. Then you have King fleecing him for like a few Ks. And who else was that? Cortez.
Clay gets him this game too. Clay gets a bad this game,
and he's looking a little. After that 3 homer game, he wasted his juice for now. Which, again, getting under a young star's skin like Vlad. I really like watching Vlad play, but when we're
I
against
love
him,
watching him play.
I don't want him to do good, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when he does good, it's a fiery performance. But they won the game 2-1. Jays, not a bad game, just not a lot of offense. Great pitching performances on both sides. Jordan Romano's filthy.
Yeah, he's filthy. He almost choked it,
Mhm.
but he's still filthy. I mean, he's still like a top closer in this league, and especially for Toronto. So, yeah, I mean, the boys played their hearts out this series. To take a series on the road in Toronto is huge. You take that any day of the week. It sucks they couldn't sneak this one out. I had a really good feeling going that inning. I think just Donaldson, and if it wasn't for Donaldson, and I mean, even though Donaldson produced it, I mean, Hicks really bummed me out too. Like, if I were to rank the order of at bats, like in terms of my confidence, Rizzo and Stan are like right here for me, like 1A, 1B in terms of confidence. Then it goes I'd probably put Gallo and IKF before I put Donaldson Hicks. Like, I just didn't feel comfortable with them up there. You wish we somehow got to the top of the order. I would have felt horrible if Higgy got up there to hit. I would have been like, oh no. Yeah. Or it would have been Trevino, right? It would have been Trevino.
It would have been, yeah. Would have been Trevino.
Which, same thing, man. I would have felt horrible if he got up to bat. So,
again,
yeah, I mean,
11 games. We won 11 games in a row. Yeah. We'll take it. We're sitting the top.
We're going to lose eventually.
We have what? Yankees lose that one 2-1. By the way, we already mentioned that. We got Texas next. Cole is set to start.
That's going to be an interesting series. I mean, boys should take care of business. I mean, they should sweep them.
It is Cole versus Glenn Otto. Do you recognize that name, Glenn Otto? I think that's name is. Yankees traded.
I recognized it
last year.
Oh, right, for Gallo, right?
For Gallo, he was in the Gallo trade. And then we have to face a pesky Simeon and a Seager. So that should be a fun one. I think Cole has another breakout game, and we go from there.
Yeah, for sure. I need Cole and Sevy to both have really good games, because I think they haven't really had good games back to back. I'd love to see that 1-2 punch really coming in. But yeah, I mean, dude, you can't complain about this stretch of baseball. Like, I don't care if people saying like we play bad teams. Like, dude, this is something like we just didn't do last year. We never beat bad teams like we did like this.
Especially in the month of freaking April.
Yeah, dude, we're like the first 2 months of the season is a nightmare for a Yankee fan, because we're like digging ourselves out of a hole. To finish the month of April 18-7, like, well, not finish the month, but be 18-7 at this point in the season is ridiculous. And this is something that continue. Like right now, the way the Blue Jays played us, this could all change. But like the way they played us, I'm not scared of them. Like I was going into the season. Like going into the season, in my mind, they're all Yankee killers. Like this team is full of like Bo Bichette hits us hard. Guerrero Jr. hits us hard. Guerrero Jr. Springer. Espinal right now, he hits us really hard. And he's just all over the place. But yeah, and then their little fireball behind the plate. What's his name again?
Alejandro Kirk.
Yeah, Alejandro Kirk. He's a little fireball, tears us up a little bit. So yeah, I mean, dude, the fact that we got out of the series with a win in Toronto, you can't complain. No injuries, thankfully. And then Gallo homers this game too. I think that's like a bit of I'm not gonna make sure. That's a good call out of you. But like Gallo homers this game, and that was a really good homer. Left center action, dude. So if he can kind of piece it together, I mean, dude, this could be a very scary team once all the pieces finally start coming together.
I'm looking at I know it's early. I'm looking at the May 5th standings, and the Baltimore Orioles are atop the Boston Red Sox. They're tied for last. The Orioles have a home run. Did you see the Orioles home run chain? It's fire.
Is it really?
It's fire. You got to give it a look on their Instagram page. Boston's looking.
Dude, I mean, they got crushed by the Angels tonight. As of May 5th.
Shohei.
Destroyed by Shohei and the boys. They lose 8-0.
7 innings, 11 Ks from Shohei.
Talk about crazy. I know we're not a Mets spot here, but did you see the Mets?
It's down 7.
down 7, coming back, scoring 7 and winning 8. Phillies, dude, what's going on? You're getting
I thought
sunned
they
by the
addressed the pitching.
Mets.
I thought they
Getting
addressed the
sunned by the
pitching.
Mets, and they got no hit by the Mets. Now they got monstrously come back off by the Mets, bro. Phillies, blow it up, blow it up.
I wonder. The AL East is definitely going to turn. I mean, the NL East is definitely going to turn around. Like Atlanta's going to get hot. It's
Yeah,
just what they do.
that division always gets hot come after All-Star break when the Mets finally fall to earth, because that's how they are. After the All-Star break, they kind of just fall off.
We're out of April
Or
now.
actually, if I'm being honest, they actually fall off like probably after March or after May. Excuse me. After May, they just fall off a cliff, and then they have a historic win record after All-Star break. So we'll know. Who knows? I think if they could get into All-Star break atop the division, they might not look back. But like you said, I think that division will start heating up. I'm sure our division will start heating up a little bit more. We'll see with the Rays and if the Red Sox. Although I don't know if you've seen the news, Bogarts allegedly he might be done. He might be done with the Red Sox. He doesn't plan on signing in free agency. There's a real possibility the Red Sox could move him at the deadline. So Bogart watch early.
Give me that bogey.
He's not coming to us.
Don't go to the AL.
I'm trying to think realistically who could trade for him.
Who are they looking for? They have Jeter Downs to fill.
I mean, realistically, they're looking for everything because they could realistically lose Devers as well. You got to remember, Devers is a free agent, and if they short him, he could dip. Not saying that he will, by the way. There's a very good chance he stays, but at the same time, if he's a guy who's more interested in winning and getting paid, then he could look to leave because the Boston Red Sox are looking very weak right now.
Very weak.
Especially if they would lose a guy like Bogarts. They don't really have the pitching staff to back them up. They have offense. I'll give them that. They have offense. But if they lose a guy like Bogarts and Devers,
down.
That's a tough look. So we'll see. Red Sox watch early.
Yeah. NL West is everyone's within under 5 games of each other.
Yeah.
Again, end of May. I mean, beginning of May, only beginning of the season. But Rockies aren't looking horrible.
No,
San Fran is going to San Fran. They're going to come back. Again, Mets, keep doing you. You got 4 contenders in the AL West and the NL West to deal with. And you also got the Brew Crew. Yeah. So, and St. Louis, and that's about it. Everyone else, they can get these hands. Cincinnati Reds, man. This is why you need a.
Just give us Luis Castillo. We'll take him, man.
They don't need him. They don't need no Hunter Green. Move the franchise.
I mean, Hunter Green's been pitching pretty bad. He's been getting light up. I mean, dude, cool. You could throw 105
every pitch. I don't care.
Can't throw a strike, man. I mean, listen, Hunter Green fan. I hope he works out. Not looking good early. Not looking good early. Who knows? The rookies are weird. You know, some rookies, they come in and they shine immediately. Other rookies take some time. He could look to take some time. Who knows?
All right, Murph. We got 10 minutes left. I got a few. I don't know if you've been watching, talk about rookies here. Rookie favorites, who are you looking to come out of the AL for a rookie of the year? We got Torque. We got Witt. There's Joe Ryan on the Twins. He's putting together a good start to his career. Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's playing out of his mind now. He was off to a nightmare of a start, and now he's kind of
strike calls on him. We're killing him though.
Yeah. And now he's flipped the switch. He's on it. I like Julio Rodriguez a lot and I like Bobby Witt a lot. I think if Bobby Witt can figure it out, I think he's gonna be a monster to contend with. I think he's just super fast, super athletic. I think he's just got the swag about him. So
give
I think right
Torque
now
a year. He needs a year.
Yeah. I think Torque is still working. Like we played against him and he didn't look too great. He had some bad drops over at first base. That doesn't look too good, but hey, I mean, he's a rookie. Like if I were to pick, I think I'd go with Rodriguez first, Bobby Witt just under him. But yeah, I mean, dude, Mariners, should be ecstatic. They've been able to hit a couple of these prospects. They're still waiting for Kelenic to kind of hit that Julio Rodriguez switch.
Yeah, I think he'll turn it on. He always turns. He turned it on at the end of last year. I think they may have called him up a little too soon.
Yeah, and I think because he was definitely in a lot of competition with Julio. 1 and 2 prospects in the organization, and then 1 and 2 prospects like in the top 100. Like they're both top 10 prospects.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of pressure of both of them to perform and to compete against one another, and they both play outfield. So it's like there's only so many spots in that outfield.
Yeah,
the Mariners are playing out of their minds.
JP Crawford, Ty France, they got a strong offense. Matt Brash for them is very filthy. I don't know if you've seen his slider. He'll find it eventually. He's got a high ERA, but he'll get there. Who's in the NL?
I don't even know who.
Because I know we got Adley's coming back from injury. He's been tearing it cover off the ball in high A. I think he's going to double A this week.
Hunter Green. Is he rookie?
Yeah, Hunter Green.
Right? Even though right now, he's definitely out of the race right now.
Jesus Sanchez on the Marlins. I don't know if he's a rookie anymore though.
I have no idea, if I'm being honest. I mean, yeah, I honestly don't know the NL rookies that well.
It's gonna be like a guy who didn't really do that good, and it was the only guy.
Because it's like the only guy I could really think of is CJ Abrams, but he's not hitting well. He's decent defensively, he's just not hitting well. So it's like maybe Mackenzie Gore. Oh, there you go, Mackenzie Gore.
Mackenzie Gore, he's really nasty, dude.
He's nasty. He's been locking it down in that rotation spot for the boys until Blake Snell gets back. And then they honestly, if he keeps it up, they could shop Snell. They could definitely shop Snell.
I would shop Snell for a bat. And that
they need a bat bad.
Hosmer's killing it, dude.
Everyone wanted to drop him on his neck. They've been calling for his head for a while.
Isn't this his contract year?
Electric. I think so. Maybe.
Or he has another. He may have another.
He might have
year.
one more. He might have one more.
I don't think they're gonna move him. I think they're gonna move like
they can't. They don't have a bat. They don't have a bat. They can't afford to move him.
They need to move like Voit because he's injured. Someone will take him, and they need to get something. Is Capasano playing?
He got sent down, but he's a guy they might look to call up eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, dude, they're another team with some really solid prospects down there. The biggest thing, they just need Tatis to get back soon.
Yeah.
Like if he gets back, I think he solves a lot of their issues. I really do. So
electricity on the team, him and Machado, and now Hosmer, and then Cronenworth will heat up, and then they're back. Pitching is now. They got Clev back, pitch against Cincinnati. And Cleveland. Another good job from him. Welcome back. Almost 2 years away from baseball. Any closing remarks, Murph?
Boys need to keep it up. Keep being hot. 18-7. It's a great start to the season. Like we said, keep it going. Keep the foot down. Don't let up. Don't go back to the old Yankee ways where we're just trying to survive on the road and just punt every other game we feel like punting. Like, dude, like this. Like, let's go. By this time last year, we were dying of injuries. So, what again? The boys need to keep it up, keep doing their thing.
2 out of 3 from Texas.
Yeah, that's all we need. 2 out of 3. If you could sweep them, awesome. They're a pretty bad team.
Only game I'm worried about is the Dunning game. That's about it.
Yeah.
Because he's spotty. I haven't seen Glenn Otto pitch, but I don't know.
I would just like if I were to give an ask for this series, just one more dominant game where the offense flexes its muscles
and a Gallo home run in Texas.
Yo, yeah, Gallo to pop off in Texas. There it is. Gallo pop off in Texas.
He rebounds off of this, and we go into series versus Toronto after a day off after these 3 games. And yeah,
I think Sevy has a strong start. Gallo pops off.
I think Yankees win first 2 games. Game 3 is Monty again. It's against John Great. I think
we hate him.
I think
Monty.
Sweep this series.
You think sweep? I like sweep. I would love a sweep.
I like sweep.
All
Well,
right.
Murph. Thank you for joining me. The timer is ending on our Zoom call, so we got to end this soon. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments. Go Yankees. See y'all in the next one.